Get myself sorted. Afternoon, guys. I'm just getting sorted. Put my bags away. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you all in. Right, I got my Ethernet cable sorted the other day, so my internet is faster. So I've got a live earworm in today. So I will just bring Nick up, and there's Nick. So Nick's in, and he's going to be my earworm this afternoon. I'll let Nick read out who's in the chat while I get myself organised.
We've got Stace.
Stace!
We've got Jay.
Evening, Jay.
And we've got Claire.
Anyway. Hey, Claire.
Claire's a friend of Stace, not
Yes,
Claire Crafty.
Yeah, I know.
And then we've got Baz.
Hi, Baz.
And James Cassidy.
Hi, James.
Scott.
Afternoon, Scott.
Stephen Blinkhorn, I believe that is.
Hi, Stephen.
Larry.
Larry.
You got Mike, Joker.
Afternoon, Mike.
And you got Mr. CEO Fingers.
David.
And I believe that. Oh, and you got Alistair.
Good afternoon, Alistair. Nice to have you all with me again on this lovely, sunny but breezy afternoon, as it is up here. Right, so I'm going to stick Nick in the background, and then I'll show you what we're going to be doing. God, you're ugly. Right.
Oh, thanks.
What we're going to be doing? No, not you, Nick. Me.
Oh, okay.
Just stick the. See if I can get the right one. Yeah, that's it. Right, that's what we've got on the lathe at the moment. It's a piece of cherry. It's well spalted. I cut it down a couple of years ago, and it's just been lying about on the ground, so it's well spalted. And what we're going to do out of this piece of cherry, it's going to end up a hell of a lot smaller than this, because I'm going to be doing something like that. A small egg-shaped hollow form. So it's going to end up around about that size. If you've got any branch wood sort of crotch pieces like this, you can either do it that way and make that small egg-shaped hollow, or you can actually do it another way and work in from the outside like that. So it gives a gobletty type shape, if you like. So let's get started. I'm running at about 650 at the moment.
You got Mr. Rubber Dubbing.
Afternoon, Rubber Dub. So I'm just taking the bulk of material off the larger side of the cherry at the moment. Just move that in now. This is actually quite soft, this piece of wood. So I'm not very sure what sort of finish I'll get on it.
Mr. Duncan.
Sorry, who?
Duncan.
Hi, Duncan.
Ask him what you're doing today.
Where's it gone? I'm making something like this, Duncan. That's the plan, anyway. Yeah, some of this is quite soft and punky, so I'm not very sure what sort of finish I'll get on it. But it's a nice, fairly quick project to do for a lunchtime. It's very soft.
And there's Thrifty.
Afternoon, Thrifty.
I can never say his name properly.
Right, let's see what that looks like. All right, I think I can start sticking some shape into that now. I'll be using my 1/2-inch spindle gouge. That's what I'll be using. Get the speed turned up a wee bit. Drop this tool rest down a bit high.
And you got Weaver in. I think that's how you say it. Weaver.
Wifey Woodshed.
Yeah. And we've got a Mr. Joey, so it's first time here, so welcome.
Good afternoon, Joe. Thanks for coming in. Nice to have you in. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Now just remember to actually like the video. Like the live, I mean. So if who doesn't like it, please do. If you like what Wayne's doing, and share it like I've just done. We've got Real Ale in.
Good afternoon, Real Ale.
And Colin Roberts. Or Colin.
Good afternoon, Colin.
Ooh, Joe is from Virginia.
Must be early morning for you over there, Joe.
And our 50 said it was 8 o'clock in the morning for him in Rhode Island.
Right, I'm going to turn the speed up again because I'm getting a hell of a lot of tear out right at the edges on this.
We're going to Mr. Bernard in. Good morning.
Just a tiny bit more to get off the top there. There we are. Now I'll start shaping the bottom.
We've got Mr. Glenn of a Grip thing.
Hey, Glenn.
Don't keep an eye on Glenn this face. So what's going on there? It's 2010 for Jay. I was wrong.
Some lovely colouring in this. Right. So that's the outside shape done. We'll get some sanding done now.
Mike said it looks like an alien egg.
Yeah, Nick and I were just talking about that earlier on. I did start to do one of these. I've still got it somewhere in the workshop. I started to do one of these with actually the face hugger coming out of it. I did the tail and everything of the face hugger, but I just couldn't get the carving of the actual face hugger proper.
I think I've got a piece of wood. It's the same type of shape as that. Might be worth giving it a go. Yeah, it's a piece of cherry, Scott.
I've got a lot of really soft punky wood here, but we'll live with that.
Well, Joe is a 2-time cancer survivor. He needs to get in the shop.
Why is it that you're going to find it?
I can't say nothing because I'm like that in mine. I can never seem to find anything. You'd think I would be able to find stuff because of how small the shop is, but nope.
You know the best way to sharpen scissors? Cut abrasive paper with them. Because the abrasive in the paper actually sharpens the scissors as you're cutting.
Oh, it actually works?
Oh yeah, it works.
No, yeah, okay. I'm trying to figure out how I can sharpen the bloody blade on my hair clippers.
Oh my, I don't know the answer to that one, Nick. I'm sorry.
I tried using my, the card sharpeners.
Uh-huh.
I tried using that, but it don't seem to have done anything. I might as well just buy a new set of clippers.
This is going to take quite a lot of sand and sealer, certainly in this area here.
We've got a Brian Holder in the chat. Or Brian.
Hi, Brian. Oh, Bernard as well.
I think I'm getting better at pronouncing people's names. Yeah, you got me. I still like that bottle for putting the sanding sealer on.
It's just a shame they're that expensive. I'm sure when I bought these, they were nowhere near that expensive. And all the ones that you can get for schools and things tend to have plastic brushes in them. Or silicone brushes.
Is that one of the fake hair ones then, or real hair?
Yeah, it's, well, I'm not very sure if it's fake hair or real hair, but it's something like that. It's not plastic. Right. That's it, sanded to 240. It's had sand and sealer on. And now we'll go in with the usual grit, Yorkshire grit.
What's that stuff? I've never used it. Is it any good?
It's brilliant. I know the guy that makes it. Funnily enough, I can't remember if I'm still working for him now or if I'm sacked. It changes every week. That's me, Glenn.
I have to hide that stuff from Stace. I keep putting way too much of it on.
I remember I used to use, when I first started using Yorkshire grit on me videos and things, and Glenn would be sitting there in the background. Obviously not doing lives, just when I was doing videos. Glenn would be sitting there in the background shouting, "Put bloody sand and sealer on it."
To be honest, there has been times where I've forgot to put sanding sealer on.
Well, if you forget to put sand and sealer on before the grit, just put another coat of grit over the top of the first one, because that works.
I've been doing that. Where it's just like sometimes when I forget, it's like, how the hell did I forget to put sanding sealer on?
Well, what Mike Walt did, I don't know if he still does, but what Mike Walt did, I don't think I've got it on this. No, I haven't. He actually wrote on the lid of the Yorkshire grit, "Sand and sealer first."
Well, I've made up like a little shelf thing that's got dividers in it for all my sanding pads. And because Steve kept forgetting to put the sanding sealer on in certain places, I've literally put S on the little dividers. So when she goes to pick one, if it sees the S, like, oh yeah, I need sanding sealer. And she's also labelled by where my spray paint is and where my spirit stains is, and it's put no sanding sealer or yes sanding sealer.
Yes, Glenn, I do sometimes still forget.
It's just one of them things, eh? I think you get too into a piece and you just forget what you've done.
Right, so now to hollow the middle out. And what I'm going to use for that, if I can put my hand on it, which I probably won't be able to.
Oh, Gloom was on about Mike Walt that he still forgets.
All right, okay. Right, I am using my Simon Hope 6mm carbide hollower. I'll probably leave the camera in this position because you'll see as how it's got these areas which are going to be open. You'll be able to see what the tool is actually doing. I'm not going to bother drilling it out. Just want the tool rest up just a bit. David saying, "How long have you and Wayne been mates, Glenn?" Who said we were mates, David? Still not the right height. Oh, that's the bark starting to come off. And that's the whole side of the bark just come off there. I wonder if the other side will come off. That'll come off eventually. Tell you what, I'm going to use my other carbide cutter just to clean some of the middle out here.
Now Colin says that your own sanding sealer, great idea with a brush.
No, it's chestnut sanding sealer, which has been thinned down. I got those brushes years ago, and
I've just actually found one. But you're probably going to be shocked at the price.
Probably about £10–11.
It's about 10 quid, but because it's from the States, it's 12 quid postage as well.
Now what I'm doing now, I'm just using my spindle gouge. Where am I? There. I'm just using my spindle gouge as a drill. And then I can go back in. Just have a look and see how thin I'm getting there. Well, there's still a fair bit of meat on there.
Colin just said that sanding sealer pot that you've got reminds him of the ones he had when he was kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, fingers. That's right. No person uses the VB, the Welsh wood guy.
Ah, we're getting there.
I'm pretty sure you could make one of them pots, couldn't you?
You probably could. In fact, I'm sure I did one again years ago, just using a jam jar and a paintbrush. Sorry.
Mike says, is this thing functional or purely decorative?
Oh, purely decorative. Unless you think like Nick does. Because when I showed him the other one earlier on, Nick came up with a suggestion of it being used as a card holder. You know, business card holder.
Oh, Valerie's in.
Afternoon, Valerie.
Hope you're feeling better.
I'm going to pop the tool rest up a wee bit again.
Mike says, or a base of a letter rack can be used. And Larry says to be a napkin holder.
It's always the wee nub bit in the center doing something like this which causes problems.
Got Dave Prout. Dave. No idea how you pronounce that first name.
Die.
Die.
That'll do on the depth.
got another Mike in, who sat down with his morning coffee.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, Scott just said his speed sizer has just arrived.
Sorry, Nick?
Scott said his speed sizer has just arrived.
All right.
I'll be ordering mine on there, Thursday. Etienne's joined the chat. Okay.
Evening, ET. Oh, good afternoon, I should say.
I had to use the Google voice thing to see how you pronounce that now. The speed sizer is an invention that Christopher Wood Turner has created, so you can put more chips and pounds to fit back into jaws. And it's also got was it 10 mil, something like that, increments for any other type jaw.
That's the speed sizer for people who were asking. So across the horizontal there, this side is external, so these fit the Axminster jaws, the different sizes of Axminster jaws, and this is the internal on the Axminster jaws. So they've got all the letters on which go with the Axminster jaws. I think the only jaws that haven't come on here, the only jaws that haven't come on here are the these jaws, which are the O'Donnell jaws. And I think somebody said last night the piranha jaws as well. But going down vertically, you have got holes which are 10 mil apart, going from 10 from the center all the way to 100 from the center. So you can actually use it on different jaw sets that are on different chucks, not just the Axminster chuck. Right, it shouldn't be too much longer on this, tell you the truth.
Colin, you could probably get the speed sizer and just use the dots that go down for the record jaws.
Yes. Yes, Colin. Using the record chuck and the record jaws, you probably could just use the vertical holes. You will get something from the vertical holes that is close to your jaw sizes, if not exactly the same.
Because that's what I'm going to do with mine. I'm going to measure it up with my jaws, and I'm literally going to put an M next to an M and T next to it for mortise and tenon. So this one fits mine. Yeah, Colin, the horizontal ones are playing mainly for the Axminster jaws, but the vertical ones are for like basically universal.
Now, some people do ask me, is it very difficult doing something like this when you've got lots of space where where basically the tool isn't hitting? The good thing about hollowing out something like this is I actually see where the tool's going, so I can gauge how thin the walls are. I know how deep I'm actually going there, and that is about me. For that, I'm just going to give that a quick hand sand around the edges, not too much because my name isn't Nick Madeley.
At least you pronounce my surname properly.
Madley.
Oh, don't. He's Madeley.
I was right the first time then.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm surprised that you pronounced it right.
All right.
It's not the worst way that someone's pronounced my surname, because I had a doctor that once who come out and called me Madeley.
Madeley.
Mike said you could always drill a hole on the speed sizer to fit your jaws.
You could. It is made out of aluminium, so it'll be fairly easy to drill.
I wonder if you could do that then with the piranha jaws and the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably could. I haven't tried it with the O'Donnell jaws yet, so in fact, let's just have a quick look here. Right, that's the internal ones. So they are right, they are 30, no, about 30, 38. Right, they are the internal ones. So 38, that's coming up to 40. You could quite easily get away and these are one of the smaller sets of O'Donnell jaws. You could quite easily get away with using the 20mm hole on that for the internal. For the external, no, that's ridiculous, that is. I've just put that bloody tape measure down there. Oh, there it is. Right, external are 50, so that would make it 25. Let's just get a 25 measurement on here, just to see if any of the original ones.
So I thought, you got the vertical going down is the 10mm increments. If they put it the vertical going up, they could put it as the 5, so like 15, 25.
You could actually get away, instead of using external one, you could actually get away with using internal one to do, even though it's an external on the chuck. But there's ways and means. There's ways and means.
I think probably the best way of doing it is if you can't get one of the sizes, is basically just drill a hole.
Yeah. Right. I'm not going inside to do any sanding inside because I prefer my fingers where they are, on my hand and undamaged.
You've got to keep the hand model status.
Well, that's it. Oh, I can hear a lorry pulling up outside. I think I'm about to get some sand delivered.
I'm glad you said sand because I was thinking that was the wine being dropped off.
No, God, I wish. About to get some sand delivered. Jane got a load of sandstone the other week, so guess what numpty he has got to do? We'll start laying some more bloody sandstone. And I can't even blame this on bloody social distancing and isolation because we live like this all the time.
Well, that's the thing, eh? For most people, this is like normal for them staying in.
For us, it's normal.
I think it's like for us, it's sort of normal. We ain't only go out like once a week just to do food shop.
No, I'm not doing that. I'll just let this come off. There's too many spaces on there. It is a practice piece after all. I am just doing a demo. It'll not be going up for sale or anything. I'm just going to find the bloody thing now.
Went behind the lathe.
Right, so I'll just get my skew chisel just to take the bottom off there. That's it. And there we are, guys. That's it. Done. I'll switch you back on to one of the other cameras. There we go. Just a nice little play for a lunchtime turning. Egg shape with the natural edge hollow. Quite a punky piece of wood. Like I say, it has been lying about in the garden for the last couple of years. I'll just bring Nick back in. There we go. So, what do you reckon? What do you think? That's not bad. About 45 minutes. A good lunchtime thing, just under the hour. Keeps people happy and not holding people back from what they're doing for too long.
Gives them a break.
Yeah. So, I'll be back on Wednesday evening, doing my usual on Wednesday evening. I am going to be doing some colouring on Wednesday evening. It feels like I haven't done any colouring for quite a while. Oh no, I did some last week, didn't I? Well, I'm doing some more on Wednesday anyway. So, I'm going to love you and leave you. And hopefully I'll see you back in here on Wednesday evening. Take care, everybody.
Whoa.